Angeles today. It smells like an airport runway, jet fuel stenches in the cabin, and lights flickering Atlanta. I'm in Los Angeles today. Garbage cans comprise the medians of freeways always creeping, even when the population's sleeping. I can't see why you want to live here. I'm in Los Angeles today. Asked a gas station employee if he ever had trouble breathing, and he said it varies from season to season, kid. It's where our best are on display. Motion picture actors' houses maps are never ever current. So save your film at $15. See why you want to live here. Billboards reach past the tallest building. We're not perfect, but we should try to erase the gritty our youth is. Tropic place in the belly of the beast that is California. I drank from a faucet and I kept my receipts for when they weigh me on the way out here. Nothing is free. The greyhounds keep coming, something locusts into the streets till the gutters overflow and Los Angeles thing. On a sunny day in June, and it's a lovely summer's day. I can almost see the skyline through a thickening shroud of egos. Is this the city of angels and demons? It's where the names of what remain, stars encapsulate the gold remain, and they need constant cleaning for when the tourists begin salivating.
I really hope that you guys don't take that song personally. It's only a love song. It's for your parents.
We've come this far ourselves, and we've learned how to be a band. We've learned how to tour. We've learned how to make records. And it seems like it'd be incredibly difficult for a major label to kind of fuck our situation up. I mean, we can go out and play shows and people show up, and we can put out records and people buy them, and the fact that we've been able to kind of do all that ourselves and kind of grow together and realize what we like and what we don't like and what we'll do and what we won't do. We've never been a band that has said that we will never sign to a major label, or that all major labels are evil, or that independent music or doing things independently is, you know, the only way to do it. 5 years from now, I could be singing a whole different tune about this, but right now I'm really excited about it. Hopefully things will work out for the best. We've been on tour so long now that, in a strange way, this is kind of all I know right now. I know I have a stack of bills at home, and I have a wonderful person to go home to, and I have all these things that I need to get home and do. In a weird way, that's kind of terrifying, because being on tour, it boils life down to the essentials. There's a part of me, with every tour that I go on, I don't want to get off tour, because as soon as I get home, I'm going to have all these things to deal with that are very much a part of, you know, the day-to-day routine of being an adult in America. Part of me never wants to get off tour because I can kind of control this little tiny world that we live in when we're driving around in a van or a bus or a car, and it's strange.
Right now, we're at the corner of Fairview and Denny, and we are, I just cleaned out all my stuff from the bus, and it was a little bit of an excavation process. And now we're headed to Glazer's so I can buy batteries and film for the Polaroid cameras. And then I'm gonna get the window replaced because the window's busted out of the back, thanks to some vandal on University between 1st and 2nd. And then we're gonna go to the studio, and then I'm gonna play a rock show.
It took me 3 tries to figure out which one was my front door key.
I had an idea of making a tour laminate for me while I'm at home, because we were touring so much that, I mean, when we were at home for the 2-month break, but then now it's, I mean, we're almost off the road as much as we're on the road, so it seems kind of fun to have an just make one that says, to make one that says Nick All Access, and on the back it has the dates that I'm at home on it. Because, I mean, they're
May 10th,
Seattle.
Seattle.
May 11th, Seattle. Yeah, exactly. And
Are you
then
gonna make t-shirts too?
yeah, I could, you
May
know.
12th, TBA.
Yeah,
Hasn't been booked yet.
hasn't been booked yet. But then, I mean, May 21st, in LA. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, it's kind of fun to just. I did it. I mean, again, it's more of a joke, but then sort of the serious side of it sort of sunk in when I was like, wait a minute, if I could have a tour laminate for time at home, that means we tour a lot. I just feel like it's so just barely the tip of the iceberg of what we're gonna do next. Suddenly I could see a little bit clearer into the future. Suddenly I realized that, like, wait a minute, we're not at the end of something, we're at the beginning of something. And it's kind of really spooky being somebody who's almost 30, you know, being a band for 7 years, you know, I mean, most bands only last like 4 or 5 years and they're done. You know, to feel like we're just starting to hit our stride now is awesome, but, you know, I certainly have always been a late bloomer in my life.
All right, you guys.